All right, just working on the linkage. It's been sitting here forever, and this is exactly how it looked when I took it off. So got the parts cleaner, picking up the suspension, and gonna clean this stuff up. Apologize for the washing machine noise. Dual purpose garage. Working on taking the bearing races out for the steering stem. I just got the bottom one out. I wasn't sure how it was gonna go. And I got this steering stem bearing race puller tool off Amazon for pretty cheap, and it worked fantastic on the first one. We'll see how it goes for the top. Top one came out just as easy. Super recommend that tool that I showed earlier. Made this super simple. All right, so here's the tool. I got the little bottom clamp on. See the little pins are in there. We'll see what happens. There's the stem protector. So I'll call myself out here, and this is why I spent the money on this tool, which wasn't cheap. It was like 200 bucks. But the first attempt I did with the wedge, like I've seen videos to get underneath the bearing to just get a gap to work it up. First hit, I damaged the triple clamp. So I just took a file and cleaned it up so it's nice and smooth again. But that's why I spent the money, because I wasn't about to just ruin this thing. Well, ain't this just some stuff? So the smallest the kit goes down to for a driver is 30 mil. And the bearing, especially since the cage is just slightly taller, it's 26 mil. So I used some pipe for some other stuff. That's obviously not going to work. So gonna have to get a little bit creative here to to drive this on. All right, so here's my solution. See if it works. Went out to the scrap yard, found a piece of conduit, made sure that this side's the factory edge, cut on this side. So fingers crossed the factory side's nice and square, but on the workbench it feels good. It fits over. That's a big key. And then here's the bearing. And like I said, the cage is a little bit taller on this little 26 mil. And it sits nicely on the inside race. So we're just going to drive it on that way. I'm going to clean everything up, make sure we're not dumping debris into a nice new bearing, and we'll press it on. All right, as I said, I cleaned this conduit out best I could. Put some degreaser down the inside, ran some shop towels through it and everything else. I'm just going to do a couple. I put some high-speed arrows on there so I know the factory edge, and just do some wax to make sure there's no debris going to be flying out onto our brand new. Hey-o. Yeah, nothing's coming out. So I think the clean job's good. I think we're ready to drive it on. So I'm sitting here just kind of laughing at that this is just kind of par for the course with this bike, and starting to get frustrated, and just kind of had to take a second and remind myself that is why I got this bike. It's not a daily driver. It's not a commuter. It's not anything more than a project. And I've allowed myself to, have the anxiety and stress about like, oh man, what if I mess this up? Oh, what if I do that? And just kind of remembering to let it go and let it ride, It's a learning process. Not that I'm super inexperienced with this stuff, but it's been a long time since I've drove bearings and pulled bearings and done all this kind of things. And, if something breaks or we do it wrong, it's just another opportunity to learn something. Got all cranky because I chipped the paint on the frame already and all this, but it's like, that's what this bike is for. It's to get myself back into wrenching on bikes and learning and being more comfortable so that when this one's done, we get another project and it doesn't take me, a year and a half to get things done. So if that sounds like you, just remember, it's supposed to be fun and enjoy the process, and it's all a learning experience. But enough of my rant. We'll drive this bearing on. Also, too, I didn't film it. Don't forget to pack the bearing. Pivot Works stuff comes with some nice grease, so make sure you do that before installing. No fucking way, I just forgot to put the dust seal on. Well, I messed up pretty good. Pressed a new bearing on without the dust seal, and the way this is set up, I can't get the bearing off. So here's to ruining brand new parts. I'm going to cut the cage off of this one. I have a brand new bearing that I had to order. I did this on Monday. Motorsport.com got me the new one by Wednesday morning. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Here's what that process looks like. Just cut it and you're able to bend the cage around, pull the rollers out, and then the race is exposed, and I'll use the tool like I did before. All right, step one, dust seal, of course. Who would forget that? I'll pack the bearing and then press it on. There we go, one press bearing with the dust seal. All right, here we are. Bearing pressed in. Put the top on. I haven't torqued the top yet, but top bearing's in. Don't forget the dust seal. Washers on, nuts on. So I'm gonna grab the torque wrench, torque this down, and yeah, keep working. I have the ignition off, but not a big deal. I can put that in there. I took it off because I put the whole thing in the parts cleaner. But yeah, here we go. First part back on the bike. All right, so here's where we're at. Some good progress. Clamps are on, top, bottom. I put the forks in. That's all torqued up. Swing arms on, shocks on, all the linkage. Everything's tight, ready to go. So what I'm working on now is I'm going to try some Barkeeper's Friend and scrub this nasty motor. I've tried it in a few spots, but just kind of some old metal that's baked with dirt for a long time. So I'm gonna see what I can do, and then probably next video maybe I'll get my dad over here to help me put this big tank of a motor in and see if we can't get the thing together soon.